Just a quick video on how to scale. Right now this is a tabloid page or 11 by 17 on an 8th scale. If I wanted to change it, what I would do is I'd go to File, hopefully my phone doesn't move too much, File, Page Setup, and you can see up here it has the scale 1/8 inch, an eighth of an inch equals a foot. So if I wanted to, what I recommend doing is, if you know your page size, do that first. So, or paper size. So this is how it would be if I was to print it in tabloid or 11 by 17 or ledger. So let's say I wanted to get this onto legal size. I'm sorry, letter size, not legal. So I would change that to letter, and I know that I need to make this a smaller scale. So back here on page setup, before I went to printer and then selected my page size. So we're going to change this to probably 20 scale, should work. And we're going to change the drawing size to letter, and you'll see it fills out here. You also want to use print scale. So then we're going to click OK and see what it looks like. And as you can see, 20 scale, it fits. It'll fit on there, so it's going to be kind of small to read, so let's go ahead and bump it up a little bit. Page size, so the scale, let's go to 1 to 10, and we've got to change our drawing size again to letter, and as you can see it fulfills the whole page. And we'll go to OK, and we can see it has the paper here. That's just my drawing. So now what I would need to do is select everything. I'm focused in on the backyard, which is just this area here. So this would fit for what I'd need. I wouldn't be able to get the whole property line on there. So if I want to do that, I could jump back to 20 scale. But that's just a quick video on how to do it. So again, page setup, or file, page setup, and then print scale is how you adjust that, and it's got several in here already preset, and you can also do a custom scale. If I'm not mistaken, actually, let me look at my scale real fast. So the fractions are considered an architect. Let's see right there. I don't know if that's in focus or not, I can't really tell. So fractionals are architectural, and like 1 to 20 is considered mechanical. I've got one of those, but if I go to grab it, it'll mess up, you'll be looking at funny stuff on the camera, so most of y'all should know that type of stuff already. But the main thing is to select what printer you have and the printing capabilities of that printer. Our printer can print tabloid or 11 by 17 letter. I forget the dimensions on the letter. And then letter is 7.5 by 11. Legal, I forget what its specific size is, but most of our stuff we just draw on tabloid. And if you're ever looking at what printer to get, you don't want to get a plotter, which can print big stuff, 24 by 34s and larger are plotters typically, but most printers, the higher end printers, can do tabloid size. And if you're questioning on what that looks like, let's bounce over here real fast. This is my finger's over it. That's a tabloid piece of paper. It's 11 by 17, and it can print most plans, and most of you will know what 11 by 17s look like. But go back over here real fast. And again, sorry about the film quality. My home computer isn't set up, so I wouldn't be able to record my screen right now. But this is the page setup. So you would select your printer and then your page sizes. Like I said, most of ours are done on tabloid, but then there's legal and letter right there. come back here and you can set your scales and it'll automatically change for you. Most most designers I know typically will go with the 8th scale, and since I changed the scale, I gotta change my paper again. So we're gonna scroll up here to letter and lot size. I typically don't mess with the lot size. Another thing you want to make sure is this right here. And we're gonna go click OK. So the white box is what the letter size would be. Let's say I wanted to go to tabloid real fast. Again, we're gonna go to page setup. Oops. We're just going to change this over to ledger tabloid, same thing. So I've changed it there, so I need to go to printer. I need to change this to tabloid. You'll see it fulfills the whole page. And now I could fit my whole drawing on there. This point right here is always going to be your starting point. In CAD classes, they teach you that this is your X and Y axis. Everything starts from here and works out. So meaning if you were to explode or draw a larger project, it would start at 0, 0 there and expand out. Something else to consider, if you've got elevations, the elevations are going to only show on the piece of paper. So meaning if I used a slope and I've got a slope running from this point all the way across, the only thing when it goes to when you flip over to perspective view, the only part it's going to show is what's on the paper in perspective and in real time. So if you've got a large project and it takes you'll want to set your piece of paper larger than what you're going to be printing for your video and stuff like that, because when you go to perspective and whatnot, it's not going to show in the video or in the walkthrough. So that's, like I said, I don't have my computer set up to do videos right now, but I wanted to get that over to you. And this was, holding the camera was the easiest way, so hopefully that explains it, because I couldn't really find one online that showed that.